Lord, give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Rakakadash. Honors to the elders, apostles, men, and truth on down. One's like-minded. We teach this truth and knowledge so we can know this truth and knowledge. With the wadi Yahweh Shem Yahshua, put the spirit of the elders, apostles, men, and truth on down regarding truth and knowledge. Regarding this truth and knowledge. Men and like-minded ones also contribute related to this truth and knowledge so we can know this truth and knowledge. The call Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Rakakadash. Give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Rakakadash. COINTELPRO is a series of covert or secret and illegal projects actively conducted by the United States FBI, which is Federal Bureau of Investigations, aimed of surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, disrupting domestic American political organizations. Good example of that, the Black Panthers. That's an example of that. Relating to when Martin Luther King and also Malcolm X, for example. Different entities and organizations as well, politically, also religious. Even currently, possibly. Relating to Hebrew Israelites, man. Relating any potential entity, that organization that can be compromised, or pretty much has a hole to where they can go into and gather, collect, extract information. So let me see. Let's continue on. This is information relating to COINTELPRO. Another name would be Project Megiddo. That'll be another one. Some more information. What happened to COINTELPRO? Latter similar operations while COINTELPRO was reading. Got a little thing here that that speaks about information. Let's see if I use it.
Later similar operations. While COINTELPRO was officially terminated in April 1971, domestic espionage continued. Between 1972 and 1974, it is documented that the Bureau planted over 500 bugs without a warrant and opened over 2,000 pieces of personal mail.
Play it again.
According to Wikipedia, later similar operations. While COINTELPRO was officially terminated in April 1971, domestic espionage continued. Between 1972 and 1974, it is documented that the Bureau planted over 500 bugs without a warrant and opened over 2,000 pieces of personal mail.
So that was relating to 500 bugs without warrants, man. Open over 2,000 pieces of personal mail. Violations of different things, like Amendment 4 and different things. And really go to Isaiah 10:1, talking about woe to them the unrighteous decrees and whom they are grievous to whom they prescribe, man. Let's get it real quick. One who controls the laws one who controls the laws can dictate policy, man. They can control how they enforce it, and the way they enforce it or not enforce it, man. And they can also make expenditures in the law, revisements and different things. So they control different things, different entities, man. Different 10:1. Let's go to it. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness which they have prescribed, and turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. So they're taking away the rights of the poor, because the poor are going to be the ones that's grievous to. It's going to affect the most, and because they have no they have no position as far as their resources and different things to protect themselves. Let's go to, I'm going to read it again. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. That's what they're doing, man. They're taking advantage of the poor because they know the poor don't have the means and resources to defend themselves, man. And they're at the mercy. Scripture talks about the rich. Let me get it. The rich ruleth the poor, and a borrower is a servant to the lender. In Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, man. So they're in a position of power. Scripture talks about, Daniel 7 talks about they can change times, laws, and different things, man. So they can they're in the position of power because everything is given to them, man. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender. So servant goes to slave, serf. That's what that goes to now. So the rich ruleth over the poor because the rich are in the position of power. Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of them now. So the poor is what? The 99%. Who's the rich? The 1% that controls that 99%. Let me see. Go back to COINTELPRO. According to that report, 1971 in April, it was terminated, according to record. How was COINTELPRO legal? How was it legal? Because they control policies, laws, decrees, statutes. That's how it was legal. And they control as far as enforcement and changes and revisement, and whether they want to enforce it, put it in the back burner, or use it when it's to their advantage, man, or not use it at all. You know what I mean? Go to let me say the purpose of COINTELPRO. Let's go into it.
What is the purpose of COINTELPRO? According to PBS. According to FBI documents, one of the purposes of the COINTELPRO program was to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize the activities of the black nationalists.
Yeah. Because they were seen as a threat, and they don't want them to gain any access or power, man. So they're seen as a threat. So they had to be neutralized. They had to be disrupted. They had to be broken up, man. How they would be broken up, part of that would be infiltration, man. Breaking in there, gaining access to different things, using certain people to find weaknesses, holes in there, and so they can report it back to how to dismantle them, man. You know what I mean? Get close to them, you know what I mean? Befriend them and pretend to be friendly. Let me get that scripture. Psalms 50. Psalm 55, let's get it. I want to get it from a New International, let me see something. This is a New International Version. Let me see something. Yeah, NIV, New International Version. His talk was smooth as butter. So he talked a good game, smooth as butter, nice, smooth but insincere, not genuine. You know what I mean? Gift of gab. His words, let's see. All right, I'm gonna start at number 20. my companion attacks his friends. He violates his covenant, so he breaks his oath. That goes to his oath, man. His talk is smooth as butter, yet war is in his heart, which is his mind, man. So that goes to how they his words, you know. So he uses words to be friendly, but it's not genuine, it's not sincere. But in his mind, which is his heart, it's contrary to that. Really, in his mind, he believes, he thinks of nefarious intent, man. But he has a mask or a facade of being friendly, man, when his ulterior motive is more nefarious in mind, man. And that's what that goes to. That's 55, 2021, man. And that's what the ones in power, man. For example, the Native Americans and different entities, how they befriended them. But really, their intent was to slaughter them, man. And they did that and take over their resources, means, man. But they used a means of guile of friendship, man. Under the guise of friendship. And that's an example of that, man. Now we go back to COINTELPRO. You know, another one would be Project Megiddo. You know, look that up. We have
Is COINTELPRO FBI or CIA? According to Britannica, COINTELPRO, counterintelligence program conducted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, from 1956 to 1971 to discredit and neutralize organizations considered subversive to U.S. political stability.
So that's by the FBI from 56 to 71. 15 years. Does COINTELPRO still exist? According to reports, it ended in 1971, I believe April. Is COINTEL still used today? FBI said that it no longer undertakes the COINTELPRO or COINTELPRO-like operations, man. And the guy I was thinking of was, let me say, J. Edgar Hoover. He was ruthless, man. Yeah. According to that movie, The Messiah, you know, a counterintelligence program must be prevent the rise of a black Messiah, man, and really the rise of a black power, man. You know what I mean? That's why these entities were shut down, man. You know what I mean? So they had to infiltrate and undo, disrupt, and you know, and find ways to compromise the organization, man. Let's get some scriptures. Let me see Project Megiddo, man. Some more information on that Project Megiddo. Let's see what that says. Megiddo. Project Megiddo. That would be under the director, FBI under Louis Freeh. Back in 99, late 90s. Let me see. Project Megiddo was a report research written by the United States FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation under Louis Freeh, Released on October 20th, 1999. The report named followers of white supremacy, Christian identity, American militia movements, black Hebrew Israelites, which is no black, it's just Hebrew Israelites, but they put that black as a buzzword to catch your attention, pretty much. Apocalyptic cults as potential tease who might become violent in reaction of a new millennium, man. So all these groups I just read will be labeled under that Project Megiddo, as the Hebrew Israelites will be under that as well, man. It's not black. That's what they call them. But they're not black. Look at your skin color. Stop being blind. You're different shades of brown. You're not black, man. There's no such thing as black, man. 1681 social construct, man. We made to be blind. We forced ourselves. They hypnotized us and made us believe that we're a certain color. Look at your skin color. You're brown. This is brown. This is not black. Even my hair is brown, man. You know what I mean? You know, they made us to be blinded to our own selves, man. Anyway, let's go back to where I was at. 1999. So that goes with that. And they got that relating to Armageddon, which is Armageddon. That's what they get that from. I'm going to get some scriptures, man. Number 2. This is Psalms 2. A few scriptures real quick. It's not a long lesson. Why do the nations plan rebellion? So why do they relating to a vain, which is futile, man. Matter of speaking. Why do the people make these plots, man? Their kings revolt, their rulers plot together against the Lord and against the king he chose. Let us free ourselves from the rule that they say, and let us throw off their control, which goes to their cords, man. Cut off their bands, cut them off, man. So why did the heathen imagine a vain thing? That's what that first one would go. So that goes part of that rebellion, man. That vain thing is a futile, useless thing, man, that they think is going to come into fruition. But the Lord, scripture talk about the Lord is laughing at them. He's mocking at them. He's mocking at them relating to their division. So he's ridiculing them, man. From his throne and heaven, the Lord laughs and mocks their feeble plans. And that goes to ridicule relating to derision, man. Because he knows they're not going to work, man. But he put a spirit on them to believe it's going to work. And that's that pride. But for that pride has deceived thee, man. The scripture says, man. The Lord controls this one in position of power. He's that left-hand side that controls them. He puts the spirit on them to do certain things, man. You know what I mean? He put that spirit, a wicked spirit of pride and arrogance, man. The wicked are afraid, but they're too arrogant and prideful. They mask it with arrogance and pride, you know what I mean? But they're afraid, man. They know what's coming, man. But they mask it they mask that fear with arrogance and pride as a defense mechanism, man. All right. Because if they didn't know why they doing certain things relating to videos, for example. If they didn't know. You know what I mean? So obviously they do know. Scripture talks about they're wiser than the children of light, man. Relating to the ones in power, man. So they know more than you think. Just like in camp the other day, that so-called Edomite or wherever he was, he played dumb, but he knew what he was doing. He knew how to operate and maneuver. He was just playing dumb and act like he was playing dumb. But that's the crafty. That's the ones in position of power, man. They're gonna play dumb, but they're very wise. They're very shrewd. They're very methodical, man. Never underestimate. Scripture says, what's that scripture says? Never trust thy enemy. as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Never trust thy enemy, man. You know what I mean? So you never trust thy enemy. He knows what he's doing, man. The Lord created him a certain way. He gave him a certain manner and spirit to operate accordingly, man. So he knows what he's doing. 64, and let me go to Job 5 real quick. I'm using that as example because he's coming around, you know, like he ain't know what's going on. You know what I mean? You know, he coming, you know, he's acting all, you know, like he didn't know what's going on. So he pretty much, he was confounded. What he knew was, he took it well, but he tried to play dumb, like, he tried to play dumb like he didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? Anyway, Job 5 and 12 and 13. Let's go. He upset the plans of the cunning people. That goes disappoint the crafty, man. And traps the wise in their own schemes. That goes their enterprise. And part of those enterprises, their schemes, their endeavors, their what they want to do, man. So that nothing they do succeed. Even at noon, they grope in darkness. So at noon, they grope like in the daytime, it'd be like nighttime. And let me read that again. So that nothing they do succeeds. Even at noon, they grope in the darkness. But God saved the poor from death. He saves the needy from the oppression. He gives hope to the poor and silence the wicked. And that's what ultimately, eventually, it's going to happen. But it's on the Lord's time, so it's going to take time. That's why scriptures we have to be patient, man. Through thy patience saves thy soul, man. You know what Scripture talks about. You know what I mean? So, with the Lord in His time and season, eventually will deal with the wicked, man. Go to, I'm going to get it from a regular Job KJV. He disappointed the vices of the crafty, devices. Those goes to pretty much their plots, their schemes, their devices using the way how they're going to use certain things, but so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, which is their enterprise goes to their endeavors, what they desire to do, even agenda, different things. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward, which is contrary, is carried headlong, that they meet with darkness in the daytime, so night will be like day, and grope in noonday as night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty, which is the wicked, man. Let's go to 64 KJV. Number 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. That counsel of the wicked was the secret counsel behind closed doors, planning their endeavors, planning their schemes, planning certain things they want to do behind the scenes so they can actually fulfill their desired plans they want to do, man. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Insurrection goes to violent uprising. Workers of iniquity, which is the wicked, who whet their tongues like a sword, so their tongues are like a weapon, man, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. They encourage themselves in the evil matter, so they are motivated and encouraged relating to evil matters. We'll go to Proverbs 4 real quick. They commune laying snares which are tracks privily, and they say, who shall see them? So that's the pride of them, man. They think nobody's watching them, man. Scripture talks about the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. That's the angels on earth. Looking upon what? The sinful nation, looking upon both the good and evil, man. They search out iniquities, sins. They accomplish a diligent search. That diligent search goes fully investigation, make an inquiry, a full comprehensive inquiry and investigation of how they want to do certain things. And they do it thoroughly, man. They search out iniquities and accomplish a diligent search, both inward thoughts, which is their mind, of every one of them, and the heart is deep, which is their mind. So their heart is very deep. Their mind is very deep. They're very intelligent, wickedly intelligent. That left-hand side, man, the illuminated one, man. Light bearer, but on a wicked wisdom aspect. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So they make their tongues to fall upon themselves. So their tongues expose them, man. The things, whether directly or indirectly, is going to expose them, man, whether they were trying to or not, man. So their speech, their words, their tongue. Life and death is the power of the tongue, man. So that becomes pretty much their own words become their stumbling block. And so they get exposed by their own words, even revealed on what they want to do, man, sometimes. So they shall make their own words to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So all they're going to flee away. Let me get on Proverbs 4. This is something short. Get before I even get to that, let me get Psalm 64 from another version. We'll see what it says. Let me get it from a GNT. Let's see what it says. Here we go. Protect me from the plots of the wicked. Let's go to the devices, the schemes they want to do. From the mobs of evil people. They sharpen their tongues like a sword, like a weapon. Aim cruel words like arrows. And they use them words like a weapon, man, and cruelly. They are quick to spread their shameless lies, man, by using the forms of those cruel words, man. Iconoclasm, man. You know what I mean? Doing changes of different things, man. First of Maccabees 3:48, man. Take the likeness and the images of, man. A fancy word for whitewashing, man. You know what I mean? Saying this is this is that, and find out it really isn't. You know what I mean? So their tongue, man. You know what I mean? They destroy good people with cowardly slander, man. That goes to slandering their good name and reputation, man. Even lying on them. They encourage each other in evil plots. So they're motivated and encouraged relating to evil plots, man. They talk about where they will place their traps. No one can see them, they say. They make evil plans and say, we have planned a perfect crime, man. The human heart and mind are a mystery, which goes to being deep, man. So their mind is deep, man. You know what I mean? But they planned that last one. We have planned a perfect crime. So in their mind, they believe it's going to go in fruition. The scripture said, relating to his sufficiency, when he tries to enjoy it, then it's going to backfire on him, in a matter of speaking. So that's what that goes to. I'm going to get it from a... let me continue on. But God shoots at his arrows at them. But God shoots his arrows at them. Ultimately, arrows will be the missiles. And suddenly they are wounded. They're going to be very wounded. And he will destroy them because of their words, of those words. All that slander, all the lies, That's going to come back on them, man. And all who see them shall shake their heads, man. That's what that goes to, you know what I mean? That goes to their tongue. The tongue goes to the speech, related to the language, what they say, how they say it. It's going to all backfire. And pretty much 8 goes into, they're going to expose themselves with the words regarding what they say out of their tongue, man. And also reveal certain matters. All right, that was 64. I want to get Proverbs. Let's get that. Proverbs 4 and 16, I guess. Start there. Go 4 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. So doing wicked and evilness, man. They don't rest. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause them to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, man. So it's like food to them, man. But they don't rest. Point is, they don't rest unless they have done mischief, unless they can fulfilled relating to and the mischief goes to what? The scripture talks about, let me get that one. Let me get another one in Proverbs. 20, devise goes to really planning. Let me get that. Proverbs 24. 24, 2 and 8. Try to get as many scriptures and get it. For their heart study of destruction, their lips talk of mischief, which is deceit. Their heart, which is their mind. That goes to the plots, the schemes, their evil plans, their evil plots. That's part of that, what they want to do. That's all correlated, relating to doing a diligent search. So that goes to the studying, comprehensive inquiry, studying to find the best ways to, so they can implement relating to their endeavors, which is their agenda, their desires, man. And their lips talk of mischief. Number 8, he that deviseth what goes to planning to do evil shall be called mischievous person, man. A mischievous person, man. A mischievous goes to someone who has the with the intentions to harm or even worse. You know what I mean? To harm, injure, or KILL. You know what I mean? So that's what that goes to. I'm gonna get it from a GNT and see what it says real quick. Two, causing trouble is all they ever think about. Every time they open their mouth, someone is going to be hurt. So that goes into relating to their agenda, what they want to do. They study certain things so they can ultimately implement certain things, and not for the interest of the majority or the populace, man. Number 8. If you are always planning evil, you will earn a reputation as a troublemaker. And that goes to that mischievous person, man. That's that troublemaker. One who causes trouble, has intent to do harm or injure, and not in a good way, man. Go to another one. Go forward G&T. Let's go to that one. Or 16, bro. Wicked people cannot sleep unless they have done something wrong. So they can't rest until something bad happens, man. They lie awake unless they have hurt someone. So they're awake, they're restless until something gets done relating to something that's bad, man. 17. The wicked and violent are like food and drink to them, man. So it's like a delicacy, man, relating to these certain characteristics, man. I'm going to continue reading 18 and 19. The road of righteousness, the road the righteous travel is like sunrise, gets brighter and brighter until the daylight has come. The road of the wicked, that's like pretty much going through that dark tunnel and seeing that light in the end, man. That would be like that straight gate eventually. But going through a lot of different things, dark things, obstacles, different things. Go to Matthew 7 and 13 and 14. Go to 2nd Ezra and 7. The road of the wicked, however, is dark as night. They fall but cannot see what they have stumbled over because it's dark, man. Even gross darkness. So that's the difference between the roads. The roads of the wicked is dark, not clear, not visible, but dark. And the other one is dark, but eventually it gets brighter, man. You know what I mean? It's dark like that tunnel, you know what I mean? When you go that path of that tunnel, but that light in the end, man. So it's two different paths. And really, the straight gates, man. The road of the wicked is the wide gate, man. That's the easier gate, but it's to destruction. And the road for the righteous is that narrow path, or the straight gate, which is a position of difficulty, with a lot of obstacles, a lot of adversities, a lot of trials and tribulations. But in the end, there is a light eventually. That being said, this was a few scriptures relating to talk about COINTELPRO a little bit. So basically, it was to shut down and disassemble, and neutralize and put out a commission relating to these entities, man. You know what I mean? But the scripture says, 2nd Ezra 16, that relating to persecution, it really is set aside for a certain people, man, specifically, man, because they would be deemed in the eyes of the populace or society or them as a threat, man. And that's why these things were filtered out, because those people they deemed as a threat. It was a video talking about the black community. The black community is the biggest threat. It was a video. You know what I mean? But the black community don't have no army. They don't have no weaponry. They don't have nothing to defend themselves as a collective. So how can they be the biggest threat? You know what I mean? But they're the biggest threat because if they understand who they really are, related to their heritage and their true identity, they become a threat to the powers to be. That's really what that means, man. So they have to do everything to distract them, to remove that, so they won't find out, in the matter of speaking, man. You know what I mean? So they have to, anything that seems deemed as a collective relating to organizations and different things, they have to find the ways to neutralize, because they don't want them to populate and grow, man, because that would be deemed as a threat in the eyes of ones in a position of power, man. You know what I mean? Because they know who they are, man. But they also know they don't know who they are. You know what I mean? Because majority of the people, they're in gross darkness, man. For my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast not known me also. Let me get it. Four and 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee. Seeing thou has also reject thee, that thou shalt make no priest unto me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, also forget thy children. So our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. They in spiritual darkness, man. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people are foolish, they have not known me. Because they lack the knowledge, man. They're lacking knowledge, man. They are sottish, which goes to stupid. And they have no understanding, man. They are wise to do evil. So our people are wise to do wickedness, man. But to do good, they have no knowledge. Because they're destroyed, man. They're destroyed. They lack knowledge. They lack wisdom and understanding. And the wisdom and understanding that comes with that, man. So they're destroyed. Because they've been destroyed collectively as a populace for all these captivities in centuries, man. So they're broken, man. So they'll believe anything, man. You know what I mean? They'll believe, that was just a few scriptures. They'll believe anything. So our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. So that goes to that COINTELPRO. Just a few scriptures. I hope this helps in some way, So, I'm going to give all praise, Y'all, Bashim, Yashar, Bashim, Rakakada, Zayah, Wolf, I hope it helps, Shalom.